Good morning, grade ones. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2020, and I am here for another maths lesson. So we've been working a lot earlier this week on tally marks and tally charts, and now we're going to take things one step further and we're going to actually make a pictograph today. So pictographs is a type of graph which uses pictures, and it is a way to organize information. So we have lots of different types of graphs. There are bar graphs, line graphs, and today we're going to focus on pictographs. So you will be logging on to Seesaw, and there will be an activity for you to create your very own pictograph. So I will show you now, I will give you an example of what you will be doing today. So when you log on to Seesaw, you will find this activity called Pictograph Fun. You're going to click on the Add Response button, find your name on the list, and you will see this activity come up. So there are a few different elements that you need to add to this pictograph. So right now, it is completely blank. So there are important things which you need to add. So on this line at the very top, you're going to add a title. The title informs the person looking at the pictograph about what it's going to be about. So just like we have the title of a book, the title of a story, the title of a procedural piece of writing, we are going to have a title for our pictograph. So the information that's going to be included today, it says the students in grade 1 and 2 voted on their favorite animal. Use the table to create a pictograph showing their choices. Okay, so this pictograph that we're going to create is going to show grade 1 and 2's favorite animal. So you need to create a title that is connected to that in some way. Okay, so we have a tally chart here. Hopefully we are experts at tally charts now. And we're going to use this information on the tally chart and put it into our pictograph. Okay, so you're going to have the title go up here. I'm sorry, I write very slowly on my computer here. It's tricky to use these digital writing tools, isn't it? So your title goes at the very top. Again, if you would prefer, you can click on the T and you can type, or you can write with your marker. It's up to you. Then in this column here, we are going to put the different types of animals. So I can see here that some kids chose frogs, some kids chose tigers, some kids chose dogs. So I can choose, I'm going to type because I'm a little bit faster at typing. So some kids chose frogs, some kids chose dogs. Okay, I'm not going to do all of them, I'll leave some of them to you. So you're going to fill in the animal in this column here. Okay, then beside each animal, we need to show how many students chose that animal. So down here we have a key. So it's up to you if you would like to use emojis for your key today. Unfortunately, I do not have access to emojis because I'm on my computer, but if you're on an iPad or you're on a phone, a different sort of device, maybe your computer will give you emojis, but mine does not. So if you do want to use emojis, you're going to click on the T, click on the little dots, I believe, and you will find your emojis there. It might just be clicking on the T. Depending on which type of device you're on, you might find them in a different way, but I know you guys are experts at finding the emojis. So if you have emojis, definitely you can use those today. I do not, so some of us might not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a smiley face. Let's see my drawing skills here. So this is my little smiley face. So one smiley face is going to equal one student. Now I'm going to type because I am stronger at that. That's a better skill of mine. So one smiley face equals one student. So try and keep it in your key. If it goes out a little bit, that's perfectly fine. So one smiley face equals one student. Great, so I have the title at the top, I have all of the different animals filled in this column, and now I'm going to look at the tally chart to give me some information so that I can fill in my pictograph. So I know that one line represents one student. So looking at frogs, I know that there are 2 students who liked frogs. So on my pictograph, this is the picture that I'm going to use to represent the students. So on my pictograph, I'm going to draw 2 students because I gathered the data from the tally graph that 2 students said that frogs were their favorite animals. So now when we look at the pictograph, you can very clearly see that 2 students chose frogs. Moving on to dogs. Wow, a lot of kids liked dogs. Some of my markers are in the way a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom out because I can't see exactly, but I think there's 9 students who liked dogs. The marker is in my way, so if I'm wrong, please correct me, tell me, comment, Miss Connolly, there weren't 9, there were this many, but I think there are 9 kids who like dogs. So I'm going to draw 9 pictures on my pictograph of students. 9 pictures, I won't make you sit through me drawing all of these, to show how many students like dogs. Then you're going to continue to go through how many students liked tigers, how many students like horses, and you're going to fill in the complete pictograph there. Okay, so that is your task for today. You're going to try your best to complete this pictograph. So remember to have a title at the top. Remember the different choices of animals go in this column here. Remember to create your key so that we know what each picture represents in the pictograph. And remember to use this tally chart for the information. So do not just make numbers up because your teachers will be looking to see if you read the tally chart correctly. So make sure that your tally chart data is the exact same as the data that goes into your pictograph. Okay, so that is your challenge for today. There is also an extra game you can play if you're loving learning about pictographs and data, and we will make sure we share that link with you as well. So good luck creating your pictograph today, and I will see you again tomorrow.